Holy flippin' heck, you guys. It's here. It's finally here. I got one. Are you excited? I'm so excited right now. Check this out. See? You see what I got? And I think I know the perfect place where this can go. It should go right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the good stuff. When the Miyoo Mini came along, it was good, but not great. There was some hardware and software issues and a bit of wasted potential. Fast forward a few months and Miyoo addressed those hardware and software issues with the newer versions of the Miyoo Mini, and then there were custom firmwares that took it to the next level. And at that point, the Miyoo Mini was like the internet's darling. It took over YouTube, and you had YouTubers like this guy making videos like this, singing the praises of the Miyoo Mini. And it was so popular that Miyoo couldn't keep up with the demand, and it was just a runaway success. And to this day, the Miyoo Mini is my favorite thing in the world. I'm going to be buried with this thing when I die. And not that I'm going to die. I mean, I will eventually, but not soon. Or maybe I will. I have no idea, I guess. Or maybe you'll die. You never know. So, yeah. That's something to think about, I guess. So all of that is to say that with Miyoo, you aren't ever sure what the big picture of a doodad will be. And when the Flip was announced, everyone was cautiously optimistic. And then when it launched in the early days of the Flip, it was kind of touch and go. Some said good stuff and some said bad stuff. And so there were some problems with the hinge and software issues. But to their credit, Miyoo jumped on the criticism really fast and pushed out a V2 of the Flip. I never had a V1, so I can't say what's what about that, but I can say that this V2 of the Flip has exceeded my expectations in every way. I flippin' love this little flippy thing. And today I'm going to try to show you exactly why I think this is an amazing device and why I'm so excited for the future, because there's huge potential for this thing to become even better with just a few minor tweaks. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Oh, hey, editing TechDweeb here. I forgot to mention in the video, but this Miyoo Flip was sent to me by Lit NXT. They sell this and you can buy it from them if you want one. And there's a link in the description below. All right, back to the video. In the box, we get a case. They give you a case. It looks good. It's a high quality hard shell case. Cool, fun little controller zipper on there. This is usually the kind of thing you'd have to pay extra for. So don't take this for granted. It's not nothing.
It was not nothing!
Not only that, but the games card is a branded SanDisk card. And you also get an actually nice USB-C cable and a card reader dongle. These small things do add to the value, in my opinion, which you're free to disagree with, but you'd be wrong. When it comes to the specs, I mean, it has some specs, but like nobody cares about the specs. Oh, hey, editing TechDweeb here again. I might have been a little hasty to say that nobody cares about the specs. In hindsight, I realized that some people probably care, so I wanted to let you know that this thing uses the RK3566 chipset. It has 1 GB of LPDDR4 RAM, which is the faster kind of RAM that you can get on these cheap doodads. The screen is a 3.5-inch IPS screen with a resolution of 640 by 480, and it has Wi-Fi and video out, and it has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know the specs and stuff. Back to the video. Only nerds care about the specs, so let's get on to something that actually matters. Like the tour. Everyone loves a good tour, and if you say you don't, then shut up and quit lying. Up here, we have a flippy screen. Obviously, we'll talk more about that. Down here, we have a D-pad and some face buttons and a function button, a single front-facing speaker, dual small little Vita-style thumbsticks with L3 and R3 click, and a start and select button. On the left, we have volume up and down and a TF card hole for a system card. And on the right, we got LED power indicator and a power button and another TF hole for the games card. Up top, we have bumpers and triggers and a mini HDMI hole for video out and a USB-C hole for OTG connection. On the bottom, we have a headphone hole and another USB-C hole for charging. And around back, we have some words like the battery may explode in the fire. It's good to know. I'm glad they put that right on the device. And some nice ribbed texture for style and comfort. This flippy boy isn't a big flippy boy. It's smaller than the Flip Zizzle by this much. It's not drastically different, but it does end up feeling quite a bit smaller. It's not like night and day difference though, compared to the Flip Zizzle. I mean, if you have a Flip Zizzle, you're not missing out on some new realm of pocket friendliness or anything. It's just a bit littler, and I like that. And because it's a bit smaller, it does end up feeling a bit smaller in the hands. This thing is still very compatible with my hand size and shape. I find it very comfortable, and I actually prefer it to the Flip Zizzle in terms of how it feels. I would prefer if they had a retro beige Game Boy DMG style colorway. I hope they make one in the future, but I can get behind this SNES color version. I think this looks really cool and nostalgic. I also love the small visual details like the style of the buttons, especially these nice flat controls around the outside and this ribbed texture down here. It's really like elegant and interesting, and it feels like it has more of a soul compared to the Flip Zizzle because of that. When I first saw this D-pad, I was like, oh, that's weird. Why is it so skinny? I'm gonna hate that. But playing games on this thing completely eliminated my misgivings. I love these controls, and the D-pad is actually amazing. It's just a little bit clicky, which is great because you can really feel when you're getting diagonals. So no issues with platformers or fighting games. Same thing with the buttons, a little clicky, but they feel good. Same thing with the bumpers and triggers. None of the controls are overly loud or annoying sounding. And the sticks are good. I tend not to like sticks on these really retro-focused devices, but these are so low down and recessed that they never get in the way for me. I can totally ignore them, and when I do need to use them, they're a good size and they feel comfy. They have good quality inputs, and they have no cardinal snapping. Amazing! Oh, editing TechDweeb here again. I shouldn't say no cardinal snapping. You know, when you use an input tester, you can notice a little bit of snapping. So I wanted to correct that statement. No cardinal snapping. Can you believe it? Yeah, this part. It's not quite right. There's a little bit. None at all. Now, a big part of any flippy screen is the flippy part, the flip. How well does it flip? I don't mean like this. Flip. That would be silly. I mean the hinge. How is it? Is it strong? Is it satisfying? Does it feel fragile? I have all the other flippy screen devices. I have a GBASP, I have a Powkitty V90, I have a Retroid Flip, and I have a RG35XXSP, which I call the Flip Zizzle. And the Miyoo Flip is great. Now that I've been playing with all of these as I made this review, I think that I like the Miyoo Flip the best. It's a bit on the stiff side and it's a little bit loud. That's the downsides there. But the plus side is that it's strong. It doesn't flop around on you. And it has two snappy articulation points, and I really like the angles that they chose here. And you can also set it between those points as well. It's not perfect, but it's great, and I kind of love it. Oh, hey, editing TechDweeb here again. I just wanted to let you know that not everyone is having a good time with their hinge. Some people are having problems. And I don't know. I can't speak to the longevity. I just have one flip, and all I can say is that mine is good, and I really like it. Are you done? Yeah, I'm done. Good luck with the rest of the video. Great. And speaking of the screen, let's talk about the screen. You might think, oh, it's a 3.5-inch screen, 640 by 480 IPS LCD, so it's probably the same screen that they put on all these doodads, right? And you might be right, I can't say for sure, but it doesn't feel that way to me. This feels like a different screen than we're used to. A better screen. It's nice and bright, crisp and clear with great colors, great viewing angles. It has like 0 bezels. I love the look of this flippy boy screen without the big honking bezels making you all claustrophobic like the Flip Zizzle does. And it has this nice polarized glossy lamination on there that helps those pixels just feel nice and crispy. And in the software, you can actually adjust the contrast and the brightness and the tint and the saturation separately, which is great. I like to tweak this so the picture is just the way I like it. Nice that Miyoo gives us the option to do that on their doodads. And the sound is fine. It's about average for this sort of doodad. Single mono speaker, it's not bassy, but it's loud enough and it sounds good. It's not gonna blow you away, but it's fine for retro games. The system that we have on here is Miyoo's system, Miyoo's own thing. I didn't like the look of it with the default skin, so I immediately got to work making a theme of my own, and it's done. It's good to go. I just kind of adapted my TechDweeb Onion OS theme. I just had to change a few things, and this looks great. I uploaded this to my Patreon, and you can download it for your Miyoo Flip in the description below. The post on Patreon is a public post. It's free to download, so you don't have to support me and my work and receive my eternal gratitude for helping me do what I do by being a patron. Just to download it, you can have it for free without doing that. if you want to. And the stock system is actually fine. I have no problem with it. You have complete access to customize RetroArch. So I went in and I changed almost all the settings to my preferences. I can't tell you everything I did. When I get a new device, I just dive in and I start changing things to make it the way I like it as I go. But I'll say that out of the box, it's good, it's fine, and you can customize it to make it better for you. And there's also a second front end, which is Emulation Station. And I'm an Emulation Station lover, but this implementation just feels kind of half-baked. It's pretty darn limited. For example, my TechDweeb theme did not work here. And I copied over some of my ROM sets from my other Emulation Station devices, and I couldn't get my games lists and my favorites lists to be recognized, or my pre-scraped art. Maybe this will get better with time, maybe they'll update it, but I have a feeling that we're gonna get some way better custom firmware really soon. Hopefully something like Newly. So I'm not going to bother wrestling with this stripped down Emulation Station that we have on the Flip. I'm fine to stick with the stock OS. I actually kind of like it. And the HDMI out works fine. I was playing games on my monitor and it worked. Nice seamless transition too. You don't have to reboot or anything. You just plug it in and it switches over, and you unplug it and it switches back. The Wi-Fi works. I connected it up to my Wi-Fi and I got some retro achievements. Everything works. It's great. Oh, hey, editing TechDweeb here again. I spoke too soon there. I did have one problem, and that's with the Bluetooth. Miyoo says that this thing has Bluetooth and it's there in the settings, but I can't turn it on. It doesn't work. So I don't know. Maybe we have Bluetooth that is just weird, or maybe we don't have it. Time will tell, I suppose, but I wanted to let you know. And now we're on to the fun stuff, the games. And when it comes to gaming, oh, hey, editing TechDweeb here again. Okay, you know what? No more interruptions. Whatever you're going to say, nobody cares. Well, actually, I think they might. No more. I've had enough. The people want to watch me playing games. There's nothing you need to say that's more important than that. Yeah, but... Oh my God, dude, stop. Just stop. Nothing. Just edit the video. This isn't the editing TechDweeb show. It's the TechDweeb show. Me. I'm TechDweeb. I'm the talent. You don't matter, so shut up and do your job and let me do mine. Okay. Anyways, when it comes to gaming, this is the best part about this doodad. It is so fun to game on. Everything works so good. I mean, this is an RK3566 chip, which means you'll get everything up to PS1, no problem, and you'll get most N64, most Nintendo DS, and lots of Dreamcast and lots of PSP. And this higher end stuff is great to play on here. And because we have an actually good analog stick, you can play N64 Dreamcast games that need a good stick. You can play those and have a good time. Don't expect to play every game from the high-end systems, but you'll get a surprising amount. I had a great time testing this stuff, and even just seeing Dreamcast and PSP running on this mini little flippy handheld made me giggle like a schoolgirl. The girls at my school giggled a lot. They giggled at me, usually. Always giggling and pointing at me, never telling me why. That's a nice memory. But you guys know that my favorite stuff to play on these really retro doodads is the really retro stuff. Atari, Arcade, NES, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, PS1. I love that stuff, and this is exactly the kind of doodad that I like to play them on. An interesting, fun handheld that has nostalgic retro vibes, something with great controls that don't get in the way of me just losing myself in the joy of these classic games so I can forget my troubles and the painful memories of the girls laughing at me all the time. I went through and picked all the bezels and shaders that I wanted. There wasn't a ton on here, but they had some great options that I really liked, so I didn't feel like I was missing anything. GBA is especially good. They have a few overlays that give the screen a nice subtle LCD effect, with the Game Boy Advance logo at the bottom, just like a real GBA. I mean, this is a flippy screen device that's obviously going for the GBA SP nostalgia. So it makes sense that they should have some good ways to play GBA on here. Considering the limitations of this screen, I'm super happy with this. I'll be playing a ton of GBA on here and other stuff. I'll be playing a ton of games because I really like it. Which I guess sort of leads me to my grand conclusion, which is that I can guarantee that I'll be using this handheld a lot. And I don't leave every video feeling that way. Some devices I like, and I can see why they might be the perfect device for some person, but I don't leave feeling like I'm gonna actually be gaming on that doodad a lot compared to my other ones. The Miyoo Flip isn't like that. I've not put this thing down since I got it. I love it, and I've been carrying it around in my pocket because it's light and small and easy to deal with, and it's just fun to pull out and play with. The great controls and screen, I I just like it. I can't guarantee that you will. I mean, maybe you'll be unlucky and have a hinge problem. Maybe you'll feel like it's a bit too cramped for your hands. Maybe you'll want more performance, or maybe you'll struggle with the system. I do think the Flip will get better in time, maybe with some updates from Miyoo. But I don't feel like you need to wait. It's good to go now. The hardware is great and the system is good. It's ready. You can get this and have a great time. So if you like what you see, then you should check out the link below to where you can buy this on LitNXT. And thank you, LitNXT, for sending this to me. And editing TechDweeb, yeah. Listen, I shouldn't have snapped at you. You work hard. You do good work. I let the fame get to my head. So I'm sorry, and I'll try to treat you with more respect. Thanks, TechDweeb. That means a lot. And don't worry about me. I always get the last laugh. Wait, what do you... Oh, real mature.